Hey guys, it's me Anais. So today I'm going to be doing the When I Was a Kid book tag by Renée Lytle, and I was tagged by my friend JD Estrada. So I'm going to put a link to his video down below. Let us get to the fun. The fun is me drinking my tea. No. Okay. Number one question. Movies you could quote and movies you watched over and over when you were a kid. I didn't watch movies over and over when I was a kid. And so that means I can't quote any movies. That just wasn't part of my childhood. So, moving on. Number two, first book and or television. So television is not going to apply. First book though, when I don't know what my first book was. I am 5th out of 8 kids, so number 5, and my mom would read to us all, and so, you know, I was being read to when I was an infant because I had older siblings who were being read to and I was just there. So I have no idea what my first book was that she read me, but we lived kind of in the middle of nowhere, and so she'd make the drive every week to the library, and we'd get 40 books. 40 books, right? And we'd all have our little bags, and they'd be completely full of books, probably fueling my lifetime love and addiction to libraries. So, like, whenever I get asked on my taxes, can the library have more money? Will you agree to pay 2 cents more in your taxes for the library? I always say yes. Always. Probably because of this. So every week, 40 books. And we'd read through those 40 books. I just spilled some tea. I was very excited about my books. So that was a huge part of my childhood, is reading and books, and I have no idea. I don't know. We went through so many of them. So many books. So, who knows? I don't know. I know that I started reading really early on, so eventually I was reading my own books, you know. But what were they? I remember reading Little House on the Prairie. There we go. Anne of Green Gables, all the classics. Black Beauty. Mount of Monte Cristo. I read everything that I could get my hands on. Okay, books. Number 3, TV shows you weren't supposed to watch but did anyway. Doesn't apply. Didn't watch TV. Since I didn't watch TV, I didn't have any shows that I wasn't supposed to watch. I do remember there was a book that I got from the library once. God, I don't know, how old was I? Like maybe 6th grade, something like that. I don't really remember exactly how old, but that age range. And it was about druids, and my mom didn't want me to have that book. And so I did check that out again without her permission or knowledge, and I hid it in my piano. Yeah, what a rebel. Can you believe me reading druid books that I wasn't supposed to read? But as for TV shows, that does not apply. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, number 4, moving right along. Favorite game. We used to make up plays. We come up with stories, and we act them out, and I don't know. I can't tell you how good they were. I'm sure that they were award-winning plays that we put on when we were little kids. But yeah, we were very imaginative when we came up with a lot of stuff. Yep. Okay. Number 5. Were you an outside kid or an inside kid? I was both. So if it was a good day, I wanted to be outside. There were a lot of things to do outside, running, jumping, playing, all of that. And then we had dune buggies, which was really exciting. My dad put a bigger motor into a golf cart, and I flipped that thing, crazy girl, with my sister. And I remember walking up, because he had built kind of like a little racetrack in the back, and I remember we flipped it over. I was going too fast around a turn, and my sister and I had to walk all the way back to the house and confess what we did. We flipped it over, and it wasn't a big deal. It was fine, and he went out there and got it. What else? I loved heavy equipment operating. I thought that was awesome, so much fun. So like if he had a backhoe and he was doing something like that, I wanted to be involved. Or on the tractor, that was really fun. I used to sit on his lap, my dad's lap, when he would be working on the fields. I thought that was super fun. So there was just a lot of stuff. Animals, we had animals outside. We had horses at one time, dogs, cats, bunnies. So there was a lot of stuff to do outside. A lot of stuff. But if it was crappy, I like to be inside, and I played my piano. I played my piano for hours and hours and hours. I didn't have lessons, so I probably sounded atrocious for a long time. And I just would play and play and play and play and play and play. So, both. Number 6, favorite childhood pet. Or if you didn't have pets, what did you want? I had lots of pets, and I loved them all. We had a black lab when I was a little kid named Sam, and Sam would chase away the bears, which is really cool, because they just run away from Sam, so we'd be safe hiking if we had Sam. But I had guinea pigs that I loved, and we had little baby guinea pigs, and one of my favorite memories of the guinea pigs is one of them had babies, and I had 5 teeny tiny little baby guinea pigs, and they're born with their fur, and they're so cute, and they were all lined up in my hand, 5 of them, and I was petting them, and guinea pigs purr, and these were babies, little teeny babies, so they couldn't purr yet, but they were trying, so they're just like vibrating on my hand because they were so happy, and oh my god, it was so cute. I had bunnies that would snuggle right under my chin, and they were so sweet. And so many dogs that I loved, and cats. I had a calico cat named Vinka that I loved so much, and God, I had goldfish that when they died, I made them a graveyard with little gravestones. we had a full-on funeral for my fish. I don't know. I loved all of the animals. I loved all of them. There wasn't one animal that I loved above the others. I loved them all. Number 7. What did you want to be when you grew up? D. I wanted to be T. No. When I grew up, I wanted to be a writer, which, ta-da! I did it. I wanted to be an artist, and I mean, whatever, I do that too, enough to satisfy myself, and I wanted to be a marine biologist. So those were the top 3 things that I really wanted, and only one of those didn't come true, so that's pretty good. That's really good. Marine biologist, I really like whales and the ocean. Obviously, this is like a painting of jellyfish, right? But I'm fine with not being a marine biologist, and I'm happy being able to read about it and look at pictures and check out National Geographic. It's okay. I count it as a win. Let's see. And number 8, favorite house you lived in and why? So, I lived a lot of places, but my favorite is the homestead in the Canadian wilderness where I'm from, and it's the wilderness, and there's bears and deer and all kinds of critters and virgin forest land that has never been cut down, and there's just something really magical about that. And the sky, the northern lights, it's just humbling to be somewhere remote where you're so close and in tune with nature. Just gorgeous, and I really enjoyed being with my family and my neighbors, especially when I lived there, and whenever we'd visit. It's just, yeah, definitely the homestead that I'm from. And it's funny because if you look at it, it definitely, people would be like, what are you talking about? It doesn't have reliable amenities, but it has magic. It has magic. Number 9, something you used to do that you'd like to start doing again. So I suppose paper doll making. I've made a lot of fairies lately, but I haven't been making paper dolls. I used to make paper dolls all the time. I love paper dolls. And part of why I got into making paper dolls is because I was part of this huge family and we couldn't afford a lot of fancy stuff, and I wanted the fancy stuff, so I figured out how to make them, and then my sisters and I had paper dolls, so that was awesome. So I did start making paper dolls when I was a child, but I haven't made any for a while. I think that I'd like to do that again, make some more paper dolls. A random memory that stuck in your head for God only knows what reason. Okay, so one of my father's friends, his name was Arnold, and he owned a wildlife reservation close to where I'm from, in Canada. And so the wildlife reservation had all kinds of animals that he was helping. So he had, foxes and buffalo and bears and a wolf that I played with when I was a kid growing up, named Smokey. A wild wolf, right? And there was cougars, and he had a skunk. He had so many animals, so many. And so when the bucks were coming in with their antlers, they'd be fuzzy and they liked to have them rubbed, and that was so fun. They were so cute. And of course playing with the wolf was really fun. But what I really remember with Arnold is he was this really big guy and such a character. He's so big, and he would get in with the bears, the big bears, and he would wrestle them and play with them and just, get down on the ground and roll around. That's insane. There was definitely animals that we weren't allowed to do that with for obvious reasons. Like, I never wrestled with a bear in my life. But watching him do it is definitely one of those childhood memories that, I don't think that's a common memory for people. But he was awesome. He was a great guy. His wife was awesome. And I loved going to the animal reservation. It was great. And watching him wrestle bears and buffalo too. What the heck? So crazy. It's really in there. It's really in my memory. Forever and ever. I hope I never forget that, because what a ridiculous, awesome thing. Okay, well, that is all 10 questions. I did it, and I still have some tea, so I'm going to finish it, and I hope that you have tea too, and I will talk to you next time. Goodbye.